What is the one thing you wish you heard more of as a child? Was it, I love you, I'm proud of you, you are safe? And I want you to take a little moment and let that question digest, man. And what if I said that missing sentence has been your wound that you've carried into adulthood? And you've been trying to heal that wound or fill that void with toxic relationships, toxic men, alcohol, food, whatever it may be. And the one thing to remember is we can be very, very self-aware of our wound. Very, very self-aware. But we can still punish ourselves every single day for it. And before we get into today's theme, which is self-acceptance, as always, I want to do the little nervous system safety check-in question. I just want to ask you, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling? And I want you to give me pause, close your eyes, nice big deep breath, and just drop inward. Drop into yourself, drop into your body. Right, no surface level answers here. How does your body feel? And then when you've got it, just summarise it in one word for me. Right, we don't need any big descriptions, just one word. And if you are brave enough, stick it in the comments. And let's get a general feeling and vibe for today's little walk and talk with myself, Stuart, as you're already aware if you're coming back here or you know me, and Rambo, there he is, my partner in crime. And if you are new here, well, yeah, welcome to the channel, And I've helped women, men, just like yourself, over the last 8 years or so, upgrade physically, mentally and emotionally in all aspects of their healing journey. So I have. So let's do it then. Let's get straight into self-acceptance and build on what we were chatting about last week, which was self-awareness, shining a light on that wound. And for me, I'll give you the answer, right? That the missing piece for me was, you are safe, son. That was the missing piece for me. All I wanted around about 15, 16, 17 was someone to say to me, you're safe, son. You are safe. And I never ever got the words. And this it's not about blame, right? This journey isn't about blame. We're not blaming like our parents or upbringing or whoever it was that fucking brought you up. Right? It's not about blame. It's about awareness. It's about education. It's about understanding how our early years shaped us, how it conditioned us. And then how that early upbringing, that early programme, then played out or plays out, right, in your life, in your adulthood. And that's the most important thing to fucking remember. Right, it's education and awareness, no blame. No blame at all, right? Don't need to blame anyone. Because 9 times out of 10, the people who brought us up, just looking for Rambo there, they were only doing the best they could with the tools that they had, right? Their own programming. They weren't exposed to all the information and education that we have today, such as social media, YouTube. We can learn a lot about childhood wounds, trauma, whatever, right? Whatever it may be. So yes, right, it's not about blame. And I used to go searching for safety in my kryptonite. Right, my kryptonite was gambling. Gambling. I was a degenerate, gambling bastard. And that's where I used to go and find safety, believe it or not. It wasn't about the money. It was not about the money. Right, it was about that 20, 30, 40 minutes in the bookies, in the casinos, on the machines, where I would feel completely safe. My mind wouldn't be overthinking. It wouldn't be racing to the future or thinking about the past. It would just be there in that moment, safe in that shop. So it would be. In the betting shops, in the bookies, I would feel safe. I would feel fucking safe with something that was doing, come on son, with something that was doing so much fucking harm to myself. And that is crazy, fucking crazy to think, innit? But when the safety came, soon upon that came the shame. Right, the shame of that cycle, of going in, gambling, feeling safe, no distractions, just escaping my world, escaping my reality, escaping absolutely fucking everything, to be honest. Right, I used to get brought down to reality with shame, with guilt. As soon as I lost my money, as soon as there was nothing left in the tank, I would walk out of the shops or off the laptop when I was online betting and just feel shameful that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't safe, that I wasn't a fucking, well, no, I wasn't anything, just what is wrong with me, Stuart? That's what I used to ask myself every single day. What is wrong with me? And over the last 3 years being a life coach, working predominantly with women, I've seen the same cycles, the same escapisms predominantly through binge cycles with food, with alcohol. And it's not that these things are that they're bad, right? It's not that these things are bad, food, alcohol, gambling, because we can do these things in moderation, but it's what we're using them for. Using them to fill, right? Fill that void, fill that wound that we've been looking for, or to heal in an external world. And that's what I want to ask you, the second question, but the next question is, what's your kryptonite? And that's what I call my gambling addiction, was my kryptonite. Right, it was my kryptonite. It was the one thing that I used to escape, to feel safe, but it was also the one thing that was doing me most harm. And I want you to take a moment and think about, what's that one go-to? Right, what's the one go-to you go to? Is it food, alcohol, gambling, toxic men, people pleasing? Right, what is your kryptonite? And don't be afraid of it, man, right? Don't be afraid of it, because, well, if Superman had a weakness, which was its kryptonite, wasn't it? Then I'm sure as hell fucking me, Stuart Irons, can have a kryptonite, a weakness. I'm only human. You can have a kryptonite and a weakness. So if it's okay for Superman, it's okay for us. But we want to pinpoint it, don't we? We want to pinpoint it, man, so we're aware. Right, this is our escape, this is what we're using to fill the void, fill the wound, man. And that's a powerful start when it comes to self-acceptance. Because we can't really accept ourselves, can we, if we keep escaping ourselves or try to fill the wound or heal the wound with something that's doing us harm, doing us damage. Because that voice in our head gets the escape, it gets the hole filled, but artificially done it, fucking artificially. For example, when I was gambling and binging with gambling, I would be getting that void, that wound, not healed, but artificially, I'm going to say filled, is that the right word? Artificially filled for 10, 20, 30 minutes until I'd lost all my money. Then, as soon as I lost all my money, the wound would crack right fucking open, man. Right, and the guilt and the shame, all that would kick in. And it's the same with like your foods and your alcohols and whatever it may be. It's the exact same principle, man. Come on, son. Here he comes. Oh, you okay? What's this? Come and say hello. There's Rambo. Yeah. Here, son. Say hello. Good boy. Hey, my boy. He's a good walkies. Thought I'd just introduce Rambo here, just a wee rest. Just taking a wee moment. There he is. My arm's sore for holding this up, actually, my shoulder. So these are obviously raw, they're uncut, and they're just, let's go with the flow. And I suggested in the first episode last week as well that maybe just stick these in, stick the earplugs in and go walk 20 minutes, man. Go walk 20, 30 minutes, get your steps in, man, and listen. Just listen in. Right? Because this is the vibe in it, you're just walking. You're walking with me. This is the type of conversations we would be having about emotional depth, healing, boundaries, you name it. So yes, let's pick up from your kryptonite, pinpoint it. And then, when we start to become aware of the thing that we're trying to fill the wound with, we can work on here, the self-talk, the voice in our head, man. And we all know the voice in our head is the hardest one to overcome. That's the one that doesn't want to accept our insecurities, our flaws, all the things that we're shameful for, like being a degenerate gambling bastard, stealing off my family. When I was at the height of my gambling addiction, or maybe not the height, but when I was really sucked in, young boy, 15, 16, 17, I would steal money off of my mother's worktops, £5 notes, £10 notes. I'd just take them. No if, buts or maybes, not thinking about the consequences. I would just take the money. And then I'd go. I know I'm laughing, I laugh when I get nervous and I'm sharing deep stuff, if that makes sense. It's not I'm laughing about the situation, it's just what my nervous system does to cope when I'm talking about, I guess, my own story and my own shame, to be honest, is a laugh. It's just I think it's just an automatic reaction for my nervous system. Aye, stealing, fivers, tenors, I'd just fucking go down and put them in the roulette machines in the William Hills, the bookies. And who in their right mind, right, who in their right fucking mind steals from their family? Nobody. And that's how far that addiction would take me. And how I describe like any addiction or just gambling addiction. And you might resonate with this if you're suffering from addiction or going through any type of addiction, as here in my gut would say, Stuart, stop hurting yourself. Don't gamble. Don't fucking do it. You know the consequences. And up here would override my gut. My mind was a dark cloud. My mind was possessed with the fucking devil, man. Possessed with the devil. And you might resonate with that yourself, man. Like when you're wrestling with food, binging at night after being triggered. The gut knows, doesn't it? It says, don't sabotage yourself with fucking food, man. Don't do it. And your wee mind, wee devil, that wee voice in your head says, just go do it, man. You'll feel better for it. I'll make you feel good. And then in the aftermath, you've fucking gambled all your money, or you've binged, or you've had a couple of bottles of wine and you wake up in the morning and all kicks in, doesn't it? Here, that cycle of shame, low self-worth, low self-esteem, and it confirms, right? It confirms to you that you believe you're no good enough, that you're unlovable, that no one is proud of you, and it makes you feel even more, right? Even more unsafe, man. And that, for me, Rambo, I just came and sit in this little, it's like a little picnic area. Wee tables there. Little tables. Rambo's kicking about somewhere, just giving him a little rest. And that's where we start, is obviously the voice in our head, man. That voice. And that voice can get amplified, can't it? It can be a little devil on our shoulder. It feels like corruption, especially when we don't listen to the gut, because the gut's powerful in it. It's powerful, like I was saying there, it was saying, Stuart, stop fucking hurting yourself. Stop hurting yourself. And then here, the wee devil would just override it and go fucking do it anyway, which was complete madness to me. And that's how I always say to people, is that's how I know there is more to this world than meets the eye in terms of energies. You could call it the devil, Satan, God, fucking whoever, or the universe, or however you're spiritually, religiously, whatever it is, inclined. There is something else, isn't there? There is a different type of energy in this universe, isn't there? And that's how I know, like the devil, or there's some sort of negative life force can possess you, manipulate your head, because you have that battle, don't you? That battle with your gut and your mind can be corrupted with it. If that makes sense, right? It's like it takes control, right? And the most important thing is, let's go, come on. He's just standing up there. The most important thing is, we're aware of that as well, right? We are aware, right? We're aware of that little devil, right? Because if we let that devil keep corrupting us and possessing our mind, we know the consequences. Don't need to explain them, don't I? Which leads to the lack of self-worth, self-doubt, whatever it may be. But the biggest thing I learned about the voice in my head was it might not actually be my voice. Right? That voice in my head was probably conditioned. And it was conditioned through rejection, through wounds, the childhood wounds that we've started with, through people telling us that we're no good enough, right? That we're no fucking good enough. And I mentioned in the self-awareness about my dad leaving, the abandonment, my mother's breakdown. Right? I've mentioned all these things. Right? All these things play a part. Right? They play a part, right, in this voice in your head. Also, a big rejection for me was getting knocked back, right, from Hamilton Accies to be a footballer. Right? Be a footballer. That was my dream. And they let me go at 19, 20 years of age. They says, you were not enough. You are not good enough. And I took the words as gospel, as truth, and I internalised someone else's opinion as the truth, as that I wasn't fucking good enough, because that's what I believed about myself. Because I was in the midst of an addiction, gambling addiction, I had the shame, the guilt, all these sorts of things riding about. And that's the one question we need to ask ourselves, right? We need to ask ourselves that. Is the voice, right, the voice in my head, my voice? Or is the voice someone else's? And take a moment, right, and let that digest. Right, let that digest. Come on, let's go, sis. Rambo's, he's not moving, move. You're just standing, that's how they walk back. Weren't you? You were just standing there. Weren't you? Let's go, he like blends into the wood, doesn't he? Blends into the dirt track, the wooded path. You come on, hurry up. He's just, he's like a statue, what's this? On you go, move. I'm having to throw sticks to get him to move because he's not walking. Some boy, man. Absolutely some boy. Come on, sis. Come behind me. It's like playing a game. Every time I go to walk back and start walking back, he just stays still. But he'll have to come. He'll have to move eventually. So he will. So yes. Whose voice is it? Right, whose voice is it? And you know, when we start to reflect, we can actually start to pinpoint the voice in our head. Whether it was a mum, a dad, who told us that we weren't good enough, who conditioned us with insecurity and neglect, Or was it a school bully who used to call us fat and ugly every single day, and we started to internalise that? Or was it a teacher? Was it a narcissistic abusive relationship when you were 16, 17, 18? We can start to pinpoint whose voice is in there. And when we start to pinpoint whose actual voice that's conditioned us, it makes it a whole fucking lot easier to accept who we are, accept our insecurities, our flaws, our negative beliefs about ourselves, because we soon realise, well, wait a minute, I can challenge all these things about myself, because wait a minute, it might not even be me. It might not even be my voice in there that's telling me this. And when you start that process, man, you're like, wow, that's life changing. Because you ever got to let someone call you their names now? Call you no good enough, tell you that you're this? No, you're not. Right, you're not. Are you what? Are you what, man? Right, especially if it stems from your younger days. Imagine your 5-year-old you, that little girl who's feeling unsafe, no good enough, that she's sitting on a wee park bench up there crying. Are you going to go up to her and say, you're ugly, you're fat, you're no good enough? No, you are fucking not, man. You've got to get up to her and you've got to put your hand round her shoulder and you've got to give her a little bit of encouragement. You've got to give her a little bit of motivation, a wee bit of TLC's the word, innit? You've got to speak to her positively, you've got to lift her up, you've got to go, come on, it's okay, I've got you now, I've got your back. I'm going to carry you through this life. So I am. This is the thing when you come with Rambo, right? Let's see if we can zoom. See if we can zoom in. Let's see. Rambo, here he comes. Couldn't even zoom in on him there. Let's see. Getting used to my wee camera. There he comes. What you doing? He just stopped in the middle of the pathway, so he did. So you wouldn't, would you? You would not berate the 5-year-old you if she was needing a little bit of support. Right, she was needing a little bit of support, you would pick her up, right, and you would be her booster. And that's the thing to remember, we need to be our own internal booster, don't we? Right, our own internal booster, because self-talk is so important. And it's not a fucking overnight process, right? This is years and years of telling ourselves these things, that we've not been good enough, that we can't do this, that we're unlovable, that we're not safe. So it takes time, right? It takes time. Time to reprogram yourself, readjust, reframe words, to no blame yourself if you have a fuck up. Because we've got to have fuck ups, haven't we? Because we're all human beings. And that's what to remember, nobody's perfect, I'm not perfect, you're not fucking perfect, we've got to make mistakes, we've got to sabotage yourself with food or alcohol, or we've got to have to live life as well, like go out at the weekend and enjoy yourself, so and that's okay. I'm going to come and sort Rambo because, what's wrong with you? Let's see, what have you done? He's got crap all over him, what's up? I mean, he's got rubbish all over him. See if we can get in here. My camera's falling in my boot, so I can't really. There you go. There we go. He's got himself full body crap, man. Come on. Let's go. Come on. You good? What is it? He's Rambo. Come on, what's this? There you go. He's moving now. This is the beauty of doing the old raw walk and talks, in it. You come with Rambo, he's causing all sorts of mischief, man. So yeah, all sorts of mischief. So yes, self-talk is important. It's important when it comes to accepting all of who we are. Every single last inch of yourself. All your insecurities, all your wounds, everything that makes you who you are. Right? We call that our shadow, didn't we? Our shadow side. Right? The side that we've parked away for many, many years, man. It's been hidden. It's been hidden. And we've got this protective mask up, haven't we? This mask we wear to the external world, man. So yes, right, fucking self-talk, the voice in our head, we have to be aware, right? Very, 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 very aware, man. And how much that is driving and dictating our life through self-sabotage. So yes, self-acceptance, right, is so, so important on this journey. And it's understanding that it's okay. It's okay to be you, all of you. It very, very much is so. Because there is only one of you. And that's what to remember, innit? There is only one of me. Why do I want to be perfect? Why? Why? You don't. Right? Because your imperfections actually make you who you are, man. And that's what to remember. That is what to remember. I can just hear something going on down there. Hurry up! Plus Rambo's, he stopped again. He stopped and had a wee, he's stopping and having a wee break every now and again, so he is. Come on you, let's go. Do you know what that is? It's a big, it's a big bull. Don't know if we can zoom in, let's see. See it? I don't know if you could see that there, but it's a big bull. I was wondering, what the fuck is that down there? It's a bull. Oh, madness, man, madness. So it is, absolute madness. So yeah, let's wrap this up, right, with self-acceptance. And I guess another little question, right? What parts of you at the moment are you pushing away? What parts of you have you buried? Right? What parts of you are buried that need brought to the surface? And that is my question when it comes to self-acceptance, because they are the parts that need TLC. We need to shine a light on them, because they're the ones that if we keep them down there, they've got to keep poking, they've got to keep self-sabotaging, they've got to keep reminding us that we're here, that we're not enough, that we are ugly, we are fat. But if we actually come up to the surface, I'm conscious of you now, you are part of me, you're very, very much enough. I am proud of you, I fucking love you. You are safe. It's enough. It's whatever it may be. So that wraps up. What parts of you have you buried that need brought to the surface? Instead of the shame, these are the parts we need to make peace, right? Make peace with. So next week, next episode, we are going to chat about self-love, which is step, right, number 3. And on your journey, you cannot skip any of these steps. You have to start with awareness. Then we have to accept our wounds, our flaws, our insecurities, the parts of us that we've buried so far deep, right? We have to accept them first before we can move on to the self-love. And many people try and skip. They try and skip, don't they? They try and skip the self-acceptance part, and they try and go straight to the self-love part. And they try and create routines and diets and whatever it may be to feel good about themselves. And they miss the fundamental part is you need to accept your wounds. You need to be aware of them to do that. Because how many times on your journey have you started diets, running clubs, gyms, boot camps, health kicks, and you've failed? You've failed. Or it still made you feel empty. That's because, do you know what that's because? Because you've missed out the two most important steps, awareness and acceptance. And when we can acknowledge them and bring them to the surface, then we can start the self-love part from a place of awareness and education and understanding. And that's when we can start to put in proper self-care routines, nutrition, exercise, good positive self-talk, working on ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and start to build tools where we can actually dive deep into things like trauma, especially trauma. Because 9 times out of 10 people actually do therapy. They do therapy, which is a big part of the process. We have to speak, we have to get that trauma out of the body and out into the open. But the biggest thing most people go, therapy didn't work for me, is because they never had coping skills, coping mechanisms. They never had tools, go-to tools that they could fall back on when they were triggered, when it got overwhelming and too much. So yes, next week we're going to speak about self-love, and starting to build the routines of, not just routines in terms of exercise and nutrition and all that, but the routines of speaking to ourselves like we're our own best friend, speaking to ourselves with love, care, attention. And how we do that is by action. Action. So happy days. Thanks for coming along in this little walk and talk. It's been a pleasure, as always. So see you next Sunday, man.